Today's topic, flip your perspective, appreciate everything. And just as I say that, look at those clouds. That's actually a painting. Flip your perspective, appreciate everything. I'll start with a little story, a little anecdote. And imagine this, do this with me in your head. So you've just woken up, you're 85 years old, your bones are extremely stiff, you swing your legs out of your bed into your slippers, you're feeling cold even though it's warm outside, you've got arthritis in your knees, struggle to get up out of bed. You manage to get yourself out of bed, wander downstairs, make yourself a cup of tea, then you contemplate about life and start to regret the decisions that you made or didn't make, and you start to regret not taking opportunities that you could have done and not living a life true to yourself. Then you open your eyes and wake up and realize you're exactly where you are today. Whether you're 35, 45, 55, 65, or even if you're 85, there's still time. There's still time to sit with the Word of God, sit with your intuition, work out what is true to yourself. As I know everyone always talks about this, but there was that study done when it was a palliative care study where they interviewed people that had less than a week to live, and they asked them what would they do differently about their lives and what was their biggest regret, and they all said number one being living a life not true to myself. So find out what that is, find out what that means to live a life true to yourself. How do you do that? Many ways. The way I would suggest and the way I've done it myself is sitting in silence, meditating, praying, talking to God, whatever you want to call it, or whatever sort of, it's so windy today that hopefully you can hear, whatever sort of religious persuasion you are. It's sitting, it's being quiet. It's giving your brain, your body, your ego space to discern, listen, understand what's coming, what's channeling into you, tapping into the universe, the universal consciousness, God. And it's taking that step and doing the expression I always like to say, doing what makes your heart sing. I think that's such a lovely expression because it's so easy to get caught up just sort of going through the motions, waking up, doing the same thing every day, going to the same job. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but we must make sure that we're not just going through the motions. We're waking up with vigor and passion. We're going downstairs and savouring that cup of coffee, sitting outside, opening the front door, listening to the sounds of the birds, taking a deep breath of the air. We're not just going through blinkered, blinded by the past and the future, worrying about things. We're getting in touch with the present and living a life true to ourselves. So I think that was the topic of today's video. I quite often forget what the topic of the video is as I start talking about things, because I get really passionate about it. But I think I was saying to seize the day. I've got a tattoo on my back that says, not on my back, on my arm that says Memento Mori, and some people say that that's a bit macabre or a bit sinister, I suppose, dwelling on death, but it's quite the opposite. Death is the only thing that is guaranteed. only thing. Just think about that. It's the only thing that is guaranteed. Our next breath is not guaranteed. Our next step is not guaranteed. Our next meal is not guaranteed. Our next night's sleep is not guaranteed. This is a nice quote. While you are alive and able, be good. Death overshadows us. Marcus Aurelius. You know, this is something that is guaranteed. So it's something that's helpful to think about. Just remember, you can't take your iPhone with you wherever you think we're going next, heaven, hole in the ground, whatever it might be, union with God. You can't take your Rolex watch. You can't take your BMW. What goes there? Your soul. What makes you you, your I am. Nothing other than that. No stuff, no things, no accumulated wealth. So, in my opinion, we want to be cultivating a soul that is worthy of eternity. We want to be cultivating a happy, joyful soul that is at peace and loving, experiencing I am just as we are, enough in the present moment. 6 minutes 30, I think we'll leave it here just as I'm rounding up onto the cows, sheltering in the trees. Lovely. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I've enjoyed making it. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying this series. A video every day, a little contemplation. I'm calling it my walk and talk. Just a time to chat and discuss topics that I think are important in life, and looking at exquisite cows. Until next one, that's meditation.